Okay, section 1.6 is today. This is the last section of chapter 1 for you geometry people. Which means tomorrow we will be working on the chapter review. Monday I will be going through the chapter review, and Tuesday will be our first test. If you haven't had me before, you won't know this. So the reviews that I give out are bonus points on the test. Okay, if you get 100% on the review, it's worth 10% on the test. Pretty big amount. And then I add CK12 on top of that. So because CK12, you had a test over, or a quiz over 1415. So the CK12, well no, CK12 is just, yeah, it is, it's just required. I'm thinking it's Algebra 2. I'm so confused.
We should do that for trade.
Yeah, I should, but
it's because our class is the same people.
yes. Okay. Never mind about that whole thing. So the bonus comes in on the chapter reviews. So I don't always give you class time to do them, but I am going to tomorrow. So you'll do the chapter review tomorrow, and then Monday I'll go through it, and then Tuesday we'll have our test. Yes. Okay. Yes. Will you be here in the morning?
Yes.
Yes. Come in and get it in the morning. And maybe I will scan it and post it also for anyone else who may not be here tomorrow.
The assumption is that 1.6 is due tomorrow, is that correct?
1.6 is due tomorrow night. Yes.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Okay. So this last section is about classifying triangles and classifying polygons. And with triangles, triangles can be classified in two ways, by angles and by sides. To classify them by angles, if it's a 90-degree angle, it's called a right triangle. If all the angles are acute, it's called an acute triangle. If one of the angles is obtuse, you call it an obtuse triangle. If all of the angles are equal, we call it an equiangular triangle. Okay? All of the angles in a triangle add up to what measure? 180. So if it's an equiangular triangle, each angle is what measure? 60 degrees, right? Okay. We can also classify them by their sides. If all three sides are different measures, it's called a scalene triangle. If two of the sides are equal, it's called an isosceles triangle. And it so happens that when two sides are equal, their opposite angles are equal as well. Okay, so an isosceles triangle, if you're told the two angles are equal, you know the sides are equal. And if you're told the sides are equal, you know the base angles are equal. Okay. An equilateral triangle is when all three sides are equal. Are all equilateral triangles equiangular? Yes. If all the sides are equal, all the angles must be.
Yeah, because they're, yeah.
Okay, then looking at polygons. A polygon is any closed planar figure made entirely of line segments that intersect at their points. So if it's got any curve to it, it's not a polygon. It must be straight sides. And it has to be closed. There can't be any space. So this would be an example of a non-polygon because it's not, we've got a piece that's sticking out, not closed. Okay? This is a non-polygon. It's three-dimensional. So it's a cube. It's not a polygon. Polygons are two-dimensional. You can identify polygons by their number of sides, and then you can further identify them whether they're concave or convex. If they're concave, a side or vertex of the polygon actually goes into the polygon, like a cave. Okay, convex, everything's out, facing outward. So, yep. So this is convex. This is concave. Okay. And then the last page went through a list of all of the different names for the different number of sides of a polygon. Okay, so you'll need to know number of sides so you can name them. Okay, so this would be a good reference page. You've got it available in your textbook.
Are we going to have to memorize any of those?
Well, yeah, if it's got 5 sides, I need you to know it's a pentagon.
Okay, but like,
The dodecagon is 12. Decagon is 10. Once you get to beyond 12, it's usually, they'll usually call them an n-gon, like a 13-gon, a 20-gon. That's how they name them. If all the sides are equal in a polygon, what is that called? Regular. So if I told you it's a regular hexagon, that just by the name, you know all sides of the hexagon are the same measure.
Honeycomb.
Okay? So looking at the textbook check,
Let's just recognize it as
an equilateral triangle can also be called an isosceles. True, because an isosceles triangle has at least 2 sides that are equal. An equilateral has 2 sides that are equal. Therefore, it can be called an isosceles. You can't call an isosceles triangle equilateral, though. So it only goes one way. In the classifying triangles video, there's a joke. What was it about? A pig. These triangles are called scalene. All of them have different side lengths. The second polygon below has 5 sides, so it's a pentagon, and it's concave. And then finally, a polygon with equal sides is called a regular polygon.
what does diagonals mean?
Diagonals, lines that are drawn from one vertex to another, a non-adjacent vertex. So a diagonal in a polygon that's a diagonal.
Oh.
This is not, they have to be non-adjacent vertices. Okay.